You wake up one morning, look in the mirror, and sense something different. Not pain, not illness, just a quiet fading of the spark you once trusted. For many men after 60, that spark dims slowly until one day you realize your body no longer responds the way it used to. Erections feel softer, mornings are quieter, intimacy feels heavier. Most will blame age or think their manhood is gone for good. But what if the truth is simpler and far more hopeful? I'm Dr. Maya Kapoor, and today I want to show you how a single food you've trusted for years, avocado, could silently be working against your circulation if you pair it with the wrong companions. Avocado isn't the enemy. The way you pair it decides whether it helps or hurts your pelvic blood flow. In fact, it's one of nature's most powerful foods for the heart, blood vessels, and even testosterone. But after 60, when digestion slows and hormones shift, the combinations you make with avocado can decide whether blood flows freely down there or whether it stalls, leaving you frustrated and uncertain. Stay with me, because the last combination I'll reveal is one I see sabotage men's confidence most often, and fixing it could change how your body responds within days. For decades, avocado has been praised for its healthy fats, fiber, and vitamins. It supports circulation, balances cholesterol, and nourishes your nervous system. But here's the hidden trap. When combined with certain foods, avocado can slow gastric emptying and may blunt nitric oxide signaling, quietly taxing the circulation your manhood relies on. Many men come to me convinced they need stronger pills. What they actually need is to stop sabotaging themselves at the table. Let's look at some examples. Take avocado and broccoli. Both are nutritious, but together they overwhelm your gut with competing fibers that ferment aggressively. That healthy salad bloat pulls resources toward the gut, leaving less oxygen for the pelvic tissues when you need it. Less oxygen reaches the nerves and muscles down there, and what you feel is a heavy, muted response. David, 68, ate broccoli and avocado salads daily. He came to me asking about testosterone therapy. Instead, I had him swap broccoli for cucumber and spinach when eating avocado, and move broccoli to dinner with lean protein. Within weeks, he told me he felt lighter at night, with energy and confidence slowly returning. Sometimes the fix isn't in a prescription bottle, it's in separating foods that clash. Another popular pair is avocado and rice, especially in sushi or bowls. The creamy fat of avocado and the starchy hit of rice may taste wonderful, but they digest at completely different speeds. Rice pushes a fast insulin response, while avocado slows gastric clearance, a tug-of-war that idles food in the stomach. The result? Food stagnates, your gut reroutes energy, and blood flow to the pelvis is deprioritized. George, 70, loved avocado rolls twice a week, but admitted evenings felt flat. I told him to enjoy rice with lean protein like fish or chicken and save avocado for green salads. He later admitted the change was subtle but powerful. His evenings no longer felt flat. It wasn't magic, it was circulation restored by timing. Tomato with avocado is another trap. It's the base of guacamole, salads, sandwiches. On the surface, it looks harmless, but tomatoes bring acid, avocado brings fat, and together they irritate the stomach lining. That irritation sends stress signals through the vagus nerve, constricting vessels when you most need them relaxed. Harold, 65, enjoyed avocado tomato toast each morning, yet admitted intimacy felt numb by night. Once he separated them, tomato in the morning, avocado later, his reflux vanished and his circulation down there stopped collapsing under pressure. Sometimes the smallest shift reopens the flow. Beans and avocado show up in burritos, tacos, bowls. Alone, both are good. Together, their heavy proteins and fats slow digestion to a crawl. That crawl triggers fermentation, inflammation, and pelvic congestion. Frank, 73, loved bean and avocado tacos, but quietly confessed his erections never lasted. We restructured his meals: beans with peppers and lettuce one day, avocado with greens another. He came back smiling, saying his wife had already noticed the improvement. It wasn't about restriction. It was about respecting how his body processes food at this age. And then there are starchy partners like potatoes and corn. Add avocado, and you've got starch plus fat, the perfect storm for sluggish blood. James, 69, topped baked potatoes with avocado, believing it was healthier than butter. Instead, he felt heavier and duller after dinner. When he moved avocado to lunch and kept dinner starch lighter, he told me he finally woke up with morning energy again. What changed? Nothing dramatic. Just giving his vessels space to open instead of forcing them into traffic. You see the pattern. These aren't bad foods. They're smart foods used at the wrong time, with the wrong partner. And when you're over 60, circulation is too precious to waste on poor combinations. Every time you overload your gut, you steal from your pelvis. Every time you crowd digestion, you crowd out intimacy. Avocado paired with citrus fruits like orange, grapefruit, or even apple may sound refreshing, but for older men, this combination can quietly sabotage your circulation. Citrus brings acidity, avocado slows digestion with fat, and together they create acid spikes that irritate your stomach and trigger stress responses. When your stomach lining is inflamed, blood gets diverted upward to manage irritation, leaving your lower body undersupplied. Alan, 72, blended grapefruit and avocado into smoothies every morning, convinced he was doing the healthiest thing. Instead, he felt hollow, his mornings numb, and intimacy faded. When he separated citrus and avocado into different meals, grapefruit as a standalone, avocado later with spinach, he reported, "Doc, the emptiness faded, and something woke up again down there." Another patient, Frank, tried the same smoothie because he read it online. He came to me worried about his frequent heartburn and his lack of morning erections. The fix was simple: keep citrus in the morning, avocado in the afternoon. 3 weeks later, he said, "My stomach feels calm, and I've noticed strength where I thought it was gone." The solution was never to give up fruit, only to stop stacking it against his circulation. Now, let's look at dairy with avocado. Creamy soups, smoothies, sandwiches layered with cheese. It sounds wholesome, but the mix of dairy proteins with avocado fat is a heavy blow to your gut. Your stomach acid surges, slowing everything else. That excess acid isn't confined to digestion. It echoes through your nervous system, tightening pelvic vessels and dulling nerve sensitivity. Walter, 71, loved avocado milk smoothies, but confessed he felt numb in the evenings. We made one change: dairy in the morning with berries, avocado with greens in the afternoon. The heaviness vanished, and with it, the numbness. Another man, Harold, swore by cheese and avocado sandwiches as his lunch staple. What he didn't notice was how the heaviness crept into his evenings, stealing both energy and desire. Once he removed cheese from those meals, he told me sheepishly that his wife had noticed the change before he did. For older men, this isn't about restriction, it's about harmony. Creamy doesn't mean combining all creams at once. Modern research even shows that high-fat and high-protein meals eaten together reduce testosterone production for hours afterward, a quiet sabotage no man wants at this stage of life. What about avocado with meat? On paper, steak or chicken with avocado looks balanced, protein plus healthy fat. But digestion doesn't read labels. It sees two demanding workloads that compete for enzymes, slowing the breakdown of both. And while your gut wrestles, blood doesn't reach your pelvis when you need it. A couple in their late 60s came to me. The husband swearing steak with avocado was the pinnacle of health. His wife gently admitted intimacy had grown distant. When we shifted his plate, meat with bright vegetables one night, avocado with salad another, the difference was immediate. "It feels like my body remembered me," he said weeks later. Another case was George, 74, who prepared chicken avocado wraps almost daily. He felt heavy and sluggish, often dozing off after lunch, and admitted evenings with his wife had grown quiet. Once he swapped avocado out of those meals and let it shine in a lighter salad, he not only had more energy, but felt confident enough to initiate intimacy again. Science backs these stories. Heavy protein-fat combos can trigger gut fermentation and even imbalance the microbiome, which reduces nitric oxide, the very molecule that tells vessels in the penis to open. Without nitric oxide, arousal feels like pushing on a locked door. Eggs with avocado, the darling of modern breakfasts, also deserve a warning. Fat and protein together make mornings feel full, but for older men, they often trigger afternoon flatness and muted circulation by evening. One patient told me he loved avocado egg toast daily, but admitted his mornings were duller than he wanted. I suggested eggs with tomatoes and herbs for breakfast, avocado with cucumber at lunch. Within days, his mornings stirred again, not with caffeine, but with his own biology waking. Another man, David, was 66 and proud of his superfood breakfast of avocado with boiled eggs. He believed it was keeping him young, but he also admitted he hadn't felt a strong erection in months. When he tried separating them, he came back shocked. "Doc, I thought it was age. Turns out it was my plate." The truth is, your first meal sets the rhythm of your blood vessels all day. Overload them, and you silence what should be speaking. By simplifying breakfast, you let testosterone and nitric oxide do their job. And finally, avocado with tuna. On its own, tuna is rich in protein and fat. Pair it with avocado, and you double the load on your liver and pancreas. That overload doesn't just slow digestion, it risks fatty buildup in the liver, leaving less energy for testosterone production and nitric oxide signaling. I've had men tell me they love tuna avocado sandwiches, but slowly their evenings grew heavier and erections faded. One man, Alan, came in with dull pain under his ribs and thought it was his heart. Tests showed early fatty liver, traced back to his diet of tuna and avocado bowls. When we swapped tuna for leaner fish like cod and saved avocado for separate meals, he regained both energy and confidence in his intimacy. Another patient, James, 75, told me, "I thought tuna and avocado was the healthiest thing I could eat. Turns out it was shutting me down." Within a month of separating them, he reported clearer mornings, better digestion, and to his surprise, a return of intimacy with his wife. This wasn't about age catching up, it was about chemistry robbing them silently. Each of these combinations shares one truth. It isn't the avocado that hurts you, it's the pairing. When you mix heavy proteins, dense starches, or sharp acids with avocado, your body reroutes blood, delays clearance, and steals from your manhood. The result shows up quietly: softer responses, slower recovery, less spark. Most men assume it's just age, but when they separate foods, time meals wisely, and let avocados shine with lighter partners, the change is immediate. Circulation down there returns, not because of a pill, but because the body is no longer blocked. So where does this leave you? The lesson isn't to fear avocado, it's to respect it. Avocado is still one of the most powerful allies for men over 60. Rich in potassium to relax vessel walls, monounsaturated fats that protect your heart, and antioxidants that guard your testosterone from oxidative stress. But like any powerful tool, it only works if you use it the right way. When you pair avocado with lighter, circulation-friendly partners, cucumbers, spinach, leafy greens, lemon, herbs, you let its benefits flow straight to your pelvis. Your arteries stay open, nitric oxide rises, and your mornings start to return with that unmistakable confidence you thought had slipped away. Think of your meals as signals. Each plate tells your body where to send blood. A heavy clashing combination tells it, send blood to the gut, clean up the mess. A smart, balanced combination tells it, send blood to the muscles, the brain, the pelvis. Over years, those signals decide whether you wake up stiff with energy or heavy with loss. I've watched men like David, George, Harold, Frank, Alan, Walter, and James reclaim parts of themselves they thought gone forever, simply by rethinking what they put next to avocado on their plate. I want you to picture this. It's a quiet morning. You wake, stretch, and for the first time in months, you feel a familiar stirring that makes you smile. The kind of feeling that says your body hasn't forgotten you. That little signal is more than biology, it's hope. Many men have told me they thought those mornings were gone forever. Yet after adjusting their meals, they noticed warmth in their legs, a stronger pulse, and a surprising sense of energy. George once told me, "Doc, I feel 10 years younger, and my wife keeps asking what changed." What changed wasn't magic. It was his blood flowing where it needed to go. Let me share another story. Harold, 67, had stopped initiating intimacy because he was embarrassed. He blamed himself, blamed aging, even blamed stress. After we restructured his meals, separating avocado from heavy proteins and starches, he came back after a month and said, "It's like someone turned the lights back on." His wife sat beside him, smiling quietly, and I knew it wasn't just his body that had healed. It was his confidence, his marriage, his sense of being a man again. That's the ripple effect circulation has. It doesn't only restore function, it restores relationships. Science explains this too. When your digestion is light, blood flow stays available for your pelvic tissues. Nitric oxide signals amplify. Testosterone remains stable, and oxygen-rich blood nourishes nerves that had grown quiet. Over time, these small victories accumulate. Erections return more reliably. Sensitivity improves. Energy stays higher throughout the day. You don't need exotic treatments. You don't need endless prescriptions. You need circulation, and circulation is a choice you make 3 times a day with your fork. So here's your challenge. For the next week, choose just one change. Maybe it's swapping avocado tomato toast for avocado cucumber. Maybe it's moving beans to dinner and avocado to lunch. Maybe it's giving up the tuna avocado bowl you thought was healthy. Whatever it is, choose one. Then notice. Pay attention not just to your digestion, but to your confidence, your mornings, your intimacy. Your body will whisper its thanks, and when it does, you'll know this isn't theory. It's your own biology proving that life after 60 still answers when you give it the right fuel. Remember this: decline isn't inevitable. Circulation is still possible. Sensation is still possible. Desire is still possible. You are not finished, not by a long shot. The right choices on your plate can rewrite what you feel in your body. You don't need another pill. You need to give your blood permission to flow. Avocado can help you. but only if you respect who it stands beside. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to take action today. Try one shift, then share your experience in the comments. Let me know if you felt a difference. Type 1 if you did, 0 if not yet. Every story helps another man realize he's not alone. And don't forget to subscribe, because together we're building a community where age doesn't define manhood. Choices do. Stay with me, because in the next video, I'll share the foods that supercharge nitric oxide naturally, giving your circulation the spark it's been waiting for. Until then, honor your body, feed it wisely, and never forget, you still have more life, more love, and more strength left than you think. And if you've been feeling invisible, let this be the moment you remember, you are not. You are here, alive, and still capable of the vitality that defines you.